In this video, I'm going to go over the basics of using random. Random is a function that can take either one number or two numbers and return a random number either up to that number or between the two numbers you've passed it. So in this example, I have a ellipse that's being drawn at x and y. X is equal to width divided by 2, which is the center, and height divided by 2, which is also the center, with a diameter of 300 pixels. So width and height both being 300. And I'm printing to the terminal the value of d is 300. So I'm using concatenation. A string plus another thing is equal to just swishing those two together. So I'm printing the variable. So instead of using 300, I can do d equals random, and I could say random 300. And so it would give me a value. Ooh, I need to change this to a float because a float is a decimal point, random returns a decimal. So here, random 300 will do any number between 0 and 300. So now when I press this and do play, now we see the value of d is 29. If I ran this again, the value of d is 283. Run it again, value of d is 71. If I only wanted it to be between 200 and 300, I can put one number here, second number here. So now it's showing me 270, 262. You can also use this for fill colors. So here, what I might do is create a new variable. So float col equals random 255. And now I can do fill is going to be that col. And each time we're going to get a grayish or whitish. That one's a little bit darker, right? So here, what if I then used RGB values? So instead of calling this float col, I could do float R for red, G for green, B for blue, RGB. So these are getting passed down as values into my color. So now when I press play, I will get a green, then I get a pink, then I get a blue, then I get another green. You could also use this for position. So instead of doing width divided by 2, I could say random width, and this would put on a random space anywhere in the canvas, and random height. This would put it anywhere width-wise on the canvas, anywhere height-wise. So now it's down there, down there, down there. And so it's only running once because it's in setup. But if you use a random inside a for loop, so I equals 0, int I equals 0, I is less than 100, and then I plus plus, close it out, come down to the bottom, Command T. So what's going to happen here is the loop is going to run 100 times, but because we have each of these at using random, it's going to give us a new value each time the loop runs. And I'm going to press play. So now we're going to get this filled with 100 different circles. What if I also did a random a value for alpha? Float a equals random 255. Pass this an a value. Cool. So you can use red, green, blue, and alpha. Alpha is also on a scale of 0 to 255. And this might look better with a white background. Cool. So this is some of the basics of using random inside a setup and inside a for loop and creating different parameters.